I'm Scott North, Director of Corporate and Private Events for TO Live. Today we're up at Meridian Arts Centre. We're at 5040 Yonge Street in North York. And in the event that you can't make it down or uptown, downtown, we have 3 venues. But in the event you can't make it uptown to here, Meridian Arts Centre for a site inspection, we thought we would take you around and do a virtual site inspection. We'll throw it up on YouTube, and you can have a look at that at any time. So come on in, I'm going to show you all around this venue. Our first space, right inside the doors, the studio theater. It's a black box theater. As you see out here, it's got its own bar, its own lobby space, so it's 183 people can fit there. So you can contain that all right within here. Or if you needed to spill out onto the lobby out there, that's certainly doable. As I said, we're taking care of corporate and private events. So we're here for you, the client. In essence, we work for you. So we're here to make your event objectives come to fruition. We'll check out the studio. So it's a cool little space. Black box theater, what that means is basically these seats here, we can remove these, or they'll actually go accordion style back to the back, and it just leaves a big rectangular black box room. We've got the cyclorama there, but we can bring in a screen, projector, whatever you need. In here, you know, we've done everything from small plays, like private school plays I'm talking about, not a public for sale in public show. But we've done film shoots in here. We've done annual general meetings in here, town halls, or we've just opened it up and had it as a breakout space from an ancillary space to some of the other spaces that we have along the way. So this space is it's a nice, open, airy, high ceilings. It'd be great for corporates. You can rent the whole space. You've got 6 different rentable spaces, as well as a number of lobby spaces. I will show you one. Here is what we call the curved lounge. It's took us a long time to make up that name, but just an ancillary space. This is not separate rentable space, but if you had, the studio theater, Greenwin, Lyric, Recital Hall, and you needed some extra space and this was available, we could add that on to your rental. So it just might be an area where you have some folks sit and wait, or a reception or whatever, just a spot to sit down. Show you the Greenwin. We'll go from with the theater spaces from the smallest to the largest. Greenwin's next up, but just to point out here, a beautiful lobby space with a nice big, with a unique shaped bar, nice big bar, and it's a kind of a circular motion here. But we can put tables down out here. We have some of our own furniture. You'll see some cafe tables here in its public setup. We can utilize that furniture for your event as a corporate or private event. Whatever we have, you can utilize. If we need to bring in more, we have suppliers that do so. There's a coat check here. This is all brand new. The coat check's new. We have brand new washings throughout the facility. And it's a very cool high-tech coat check. Let me just promise you that. We're going to go check out the Greenwin. So if there were a simultaneous event between the Lyric and the Greenwin, they would share this space right here. And then the Lyric also has some space upstairs. So our second black box theater The Greenwin Theatre holds 296 people. Again, we can move all these seats back to the back and create just an open space. So you could have a seated dinner in here for 296 with a speaker at the front. These seats fold down, and then there's a board, a floor that's put over top of there, and the cyclorama in here. Again, cyclorama is typically used for backdrop, so they'll just flash colors or images on there for that. But sometimes people will use that to present. If you were a bank or somebody that needed very clear numbers or something on that, a screen would be more appropriate. But that can be used. It's certainly been used in the past for presentations. So you'll see in here, Harold Green Jewish Theatre Company, they've been with us for years. So they'll do a number of different runs of plays. That is a publicly ticketed show or shows throughout the year. They'll do 3 or 4 of them. And that's who the theatre's named after. Once upon a time, this building was built in 1993. And at the start, there was a 1,500 seat theater. And so they thought that they would get better use of it up here in North Toronto, uptown as we call it. And so what they did is they cut it in half, created the Lyric at 561 seats now, and the Greenwin 296 to get more usage out of it. I'd like to know the stats on that. I've never looked into those stats. I don't know if they're available. So back onto the lobby space, you come right out of the Greenwin, the hallway to the Greenwin. And now there's doors to the Lyric there, but we'll take these doors. That's an accessibility lift, so if somebody was coming in a wheelchair, they come in and come up to this next level. You'll see the production headquarters back here, I'm not a tech guy, so I don't know the proper terminology for that. But we come into the Lyric Theatre. So again, this was a product of taking the old theater and cutting it in half, making 2. So Lyric Theatre, it's the most contemporary looking space that we have. You can see the LED panels. For the most part, clients will use that and just put color up. Some of the dance groups we have in here, we have a lot of dance groups in here. They'll get that going, actually colors, and it'll flash to the beat of the music. You can put images or video on it, but it's not crystal clear. It's not like a flat panel. But so down here, 561 seats total. There are 497 down here, 94 up top. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. We'll go up top a little later. It's got a proscenium stage. And there is absolutely not a bad seat in the house. Like right up here on this balcony, which again, only 94 people up there. It's a great place to see a show or, a town hall, an AGM. We have a number of AGMs here. And then we'll go backstage after as well. But yeah, come on up here. I always like to get clients out on the stage, kind of get it from the perspective if you've got an audience out there. It's pretty cool. So just before we go on, I'll show you to the next space. I just want to acknowledge the person behind the camera, Michaela Aguirre. I don't say that with proper accent, but Michaela Aguirre is our social media specialist. So Michaela works on everything creative within the corporate and private events. She produces the videos that we put out. She produces these videos that we're doing now. She produces our podcast and all of that creative graphic, all of that stuff Michaela works on. So good on you, Michaela. Just to show you here, if we were to have simultaneous events, so we could conceivably have simultaneous events in the Lyric and the Greenwin. They would share this lobby space down here on this level. The folks in the Lyric will get upper as well. But then if there was also an event going on in the George Weston Recital Hall, which is down here, we would block this area up, probably put rope and stanchion up here just to kind of create pathways, walkways, so that each event stays on their own. Or if we had food and bev involved as well, then we would have to be more clear on our boundaries. But typically, like from here over would be the Lyric, and here and upstairs would be the Recital Hall. So we'll head into the Recital Hall. The George Weston Recital Hall. Obviously a different look and feel to the Lyric. It's a concert theater. Got an open stage. Now there are walkways back there with those paneled walls, behind those paneled walls, so for production or anything like that. You got a production area at the back. Now in here, okay, so we, across all of our 3 venues, we have recently, well, within the pandemic, just prior to the pandemic, we did an accessibility audit. And so there were a number of changes that we had to do to come up to compliance for accessibility. There's some changes about to take place in here, so I'm not going to talk about the pre-capacities. In this space, right now, what I say for a corporate, so you're going to have a corporate town hall, speakers, AGM, whatever, 863 seats on both levels, not including up top. So right behind the stage on the upper level is the choir loft. There's 85 seats there. And then flanking the stage on the upper level from right here, there's 25, so another 50. So there's a total of 135 seats up there that aren't really the best seats, particularly if you're going to have a screen, projecting onto a screen. So I would say 863 seats for corporate. And then if you wanted to add either 50 or 85 seats behind, if it worked, you could do that. You'd have another 135 if you wanted. So a lot of times we'll have corporates come in here, and it could be 500 people, and they just sit down here. Again, I won't give you numbers because we're just in the process of going to construction on these accessibility seats. It's over 600, just over 600 seats on this orchestra or lower level. So they might have 500 people, 600 people down here, see some type of presentation. I can tell you actually later on this month, we have a corporate coming in and they're having a private concert. I can't say right at this moment who this is, but it's a big name performer. That person's going to be in here performing for about an hour. They're going to have a reception outside first, in here for the performance, and then back outside for a dessert reception. So again, on that particular one's about 500 people, so they'll have everybody down here for a reception on the lobby level. And again, open and airy, lots of light, natural light. I'm going to take you through a couple of ancillary spaces as well. So we have the lower gallery. So this is where a lot of times Teal Live activates art installations. As you'll see here, there's some amateur artists. This is called Vibe Arts, and so they're starting to put up a activation here that will be here for a few weeks. So we have to work with, our colleagues at Teal Live they might be able to use this lower gallery. And so again, it's got walls in here again for all art installations. It'd be just some ancillary event space. That you needed for extra space. For instance, we do a lot of convocations. From time to time, a convocation will use this space for their gown. So the students who come in, get their gown, and turn their gowns to this space here. So we got an elevator directly across. But we're going to take up this nice, beautiful curved staircase here. Seen a lot of groups get the picture taken on the staircase, or even have, you know, the CEO up here and make a speech up here to the people that are on the lobby level. We got the upper gallery here. Both this space and below can fit 160 people. So we'll have presentations up here or breakout spaces, and they'll set it up in theater style. Again, you can use it for anything. We might use it for extra catering for our executive chef to have some clearing space or prep space. Use this here. Again, natural lighting coming in. And it's just a cool open space. Like how about like take over the complete space and have a great big reception on 2 levels here. You can have something like 3,000 people in here doing that. You got 2 bars up here. This is the bar that would go with the recital hall. Again, brand new washrooms throughout the facility. They're beautiful washrooms. And I'm going to show you a couple spaces still part of the recital hall. Okay, we're on the upper level. What I was talking about before, you've got at the back here is the choir loft, 85 seats. So you see where we are. If there's a screen up here with a corporate presenter, it doesn't work. And then you've got 25 seats on this side flanking upper, and 25 seats on that side flanking the upper level and flanking the stage. So that's another 50 seats, so 135 seats that I don't typically count in the amount of seats that would be appropriate or that would work for a corporate group. But I mean, George Weston Recital Hall, a concert theater, it's a pretty cool space. We have a lot of convocations up here. I mean up here, up north at Meridian Arts Centre, and this is the space that they, for the most part, use. Lyric Theatre, they'll also use that. And then just another cool little space that comes along with the recital hall, what we call the VIP lounge. So, you know, if you want to sequester away 30 VIPs, it's a nice place to do it up here. It's got its own bar, its own male and female washrooms in there. Of course, we can stock this with food and beverage. Just a nice ancillary space. Okay, up top here, again, it's just a cool space. We got a bar here, elevator service there. So again, if they were simultaneous events, you got the recital hall down this way, and then you got Lyric Theatre down here. But look at the upper bar for Lyric. Cool place, cool space. But another hidden gem. This is the balcony level of the Lyric. So we got a bar outside here. Check this out, we got another bar here. So there's 94 seats up in the balcony of the Lyric Theatre. Imagine having, you got a 94-person VIP reception in here prior to the AGM or something like that. You got all your executive up the top here. Male and female washrooms on either end. The Lyric Theatre balcony. There's not a bad seat. Like we had a AGM one time, or sort of a town hall that had a comedian come in as entertainment for the staff, and like just to see a comedian down there, this is a perfect seat up here. So you got all kinds of, you know, back of house tricks, alleyways, aisles. So you can go back of house down there. We're gonna go back of house a different route, but there's just all kinds of different areas that you can get around here. So we're going into back of house here. So this is the part that you know, only the inner circle gets to see. We're Recital Hall right now. I'm gonna leave Julian alone back there. We won't put him on camera yet. So, George Weston Recital Hall, our biggest space, and we have some back of house areas. So this is the green room. Just a lounge area that's, you know, the organizers or VIPs. You got space for back of house. They're going to go onto the stage. They go right on the stage through there. This is just another small. Oh, this actually, no, can't get through there. There's a washroom in there. It's probably open or locked from the other side. We'll go see that. No, my mistake. Down here we have two what we call soloist rooms. So they do have washroom and shower, piano. So there's one here, one on the other side. And then up top, we won't go up top for this back of house, but there are two large dressing rooms up there. They call it a choral, or a chorus dressing room. So there's probably room for 20 people in each of those upstairs. But if you need specifics, I can get you tech specs on any of our spaces. So lots of stuff going on around here. We always have lots of stuff. So we have different clients' gear, some of our own gear here. We got 3 bays here in the loading bay, a freight elevator, and then those big doors go right into the back of the Greenwin Theatre. Come on along, we're going to go to the Greenwin back of house area first. Top twist, the tongue twister, the Greenwin Green Room. So again, just a loungy area. They usually have a fridge, microwave, coming here, you know, while you're setting up, that kind of thing, or during the event. Space, as we've already went through the Recital Hall, we'll have a number of dressing areas. So we got like just 3 makeup stations. And there'll be a washroom and shower. Light burn out there, I'll let maintenance know that. Washroom and shower in each. And again, this is all in the tech specs, so if you need any of that information, room will have another one. Number 2 is very similar to that. Number 3 and number 4. All similar to that, plus that green room. And then we go to the Lyric. We're now kind of, Lyric Theatre is over there. The Lyric has 4 of these, so 4 makeup stations, washroom and shower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, very similar to that. And you know what? While we're here, I'm just going to show you back of house. This is how you'd go on from the dressing room. So you go through the legs into the Lyric. And just accessibility, right behind Michaela, there is a lift here. So for downstage right, and then there's also a lift in the house for people in wheelchairs to go onto the stage. Okay, so four Lyric dressing rooms, about 4 makeup stations in each. Now the Lyric does not have a green room per se. However, the Lyric has some very large space. We have a lot of dance competitions in the Lyric. So we got a number of makeup stations in here. We have one large washroom and a bunch of showers in there. Another large area in here with a bunch of makeup stations. And another one here. So that's kind of in place of a green room for the Lyric. And then we'll end where we began, the Studio Theatre. It does have a green room. And the lounge area, it's got a kitchen, it's got a washroom. You got a flat panel up there that can have video, program video, so you can see what's going on the stage. And then the studio has just a couple. Studio's the smallest one, so it has a couple of these ones, 4 makeup stations, shower, washroom. The studio's one with 183 people. And then we are going to, same thing there, we're going to go upstairs. Now we're going to take a walk. We've got a meandering little ramp that goes all the way down. You'll be able to see the entire space. And there's a lot of spaces here, as I say. 6 theaters, 2 ancillary spots. We're going to show you the Recital Hall. It's a long video. So what we'll do for you is down below, we will post for you the timestamps of each space. So you can just quickly go to those spaces if you want to save yourself some time. But check out this ramp. Like, again, we've had some full facility events in here with they take over the whole space. And you've got bands and music playing. People are all upper level, lower level. Now, this is just a turn in the ramp down, but we've had, on a number of occasions, we've had a DJ right here. We've also had, a CEO that's up here with a mic, speaks to people down there. So that DJ was a full facility scenario where they pump music throughout. Down here. Meridian Arts Centre, as you see, lots going on. There's a lot of different spaces to rent. As I said, 4 main spaces, a number of ancillary spaces. If you want to check us out in person, come on for a site inspection, just let me know. My email is down below.